Welcome to the XFDA Podcast. This is number 12. I'm laughing because we had a little bit of a hiccup, but anyway. My name's Gunbelt. This is Pixie the Quick. This is Brad the Kick. This is Jesse James. So, guys, what have you been up to this week?
Well, what have you been up to?
Oh, I've been working on XFDA stuff, getting the trailer together, working on something that Jesse's going to tell us about.
Got a lot of new stuff in the trailer this year, some improvements.
Of new stuff in the trailer, improvements.
That's going to be in Amarillo next weekend.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And working, obviously, on my own job with Rock On Framing.
Yeah.
What you guys been doing?
Productive, huh?
Yeah.
Me, I've just been working and trying to practice fast draws when I have the time, but nothing out of the ordinary right now for me. What about you?
I've just been working with, y'all know we got a hailstorm here in DFW. I've been chasing those, so that's what I've been doing, hopping on roofs. If y'all need a roof, give me a call.
Yes.
People hate hailstorms and they hate rainstorms and stuff. And we've had a lot of rain this year, and we've also had a lot of hail. This man loves hailstorms.
He prays for it.
Oh,
Sky
yeah, he
diamonds.
does, because it puts him in the business doing roofs. He's the only man I know in the world that likes a good hailstorm. But that's how he makes his money, and that's a good thing. I've got a couple other guys in my business that we do selling chemicals for car lot detail shops and car washes. And some of the guys that I run across all the time do paintless dent repair on automobiles. And they're snowed under too because of the white snow balls.
I think of what Tim Klein does that.
Yes, he does.
Rooster, not Urban Rooster from Amarillo, but Tim Klein from Kansas.
Yeah.
Rooster. He does hail hit.
He's a storm chaser, is what he is.
Yes.
He
Because of
fixes
his
cars.
business, wherever they have a hailstorm, he moves in to set up to take care of business and stuff.
Yep.
So he's a storm chaser, we call him.
You
But
got something new to tell us about?
I do. Wow. I'm holding this little black box right here. And this little black box is a sensor that you put on the back of the target. We have taken this black box and we have tried to tear it up and wear it out, and we've shot probably over 500-600 rounds just on the one box. We've been shooting this for about last week at your place.
My place, yeah.
All of them went in there and they shot like crazy. This is a sensor that goes on the back of the target that tells what the time is what it does. And it sends it to there. It's got a magnet on it that you can't take off. So it's screwed on, it's screwed in to the sensor that is mounted inside. You stick this thing on there and it reads perfectly. We've done everything in the world to try to make this thing not work, and we have failed. It has worked perfectly.
Every time.
Gunbelt is having these manufactured. We're going to have them next week for under $35. So if you've got a system and you're tired of fighting them sensors, the big box sensors or the little long ones that other companies put out and stuff, you need to look at this.
These are little, too.
These are little. Look how big it is. It's little.
They're little and compact, and they're in a nice little case. They're not like that electrical box of a cover, you know what I mean? They're good. We use them all the time.
But
these
even
are
in
just
the old
compact
sensors from the old companies and the old sensors and stuff, they have the magnets that are glued in there and stuff, and they just turn loose from hitting that target so hard with that wax and stuff. This one wouldn't come loose because we've been trying our darndest to break this thing loose. Now, we've had this thing mounted all around the back to make sure it picks up, and it's picked up perfectly. So these are going to be on sale after next week. We'll come back when we go to Amarillo, and we'll let you know, because I'll be doing the podcast in Amarillo. And when we do, they're going to be under $35. We'll tell you how much in Amarillo. And start buying them, because this revolution here, this is something that's going to change the market, and it's a good idea, especially from XFDA. Go to xfdapro.com and you can look at them. Okay.
And we got more coming out too on that. There's more coming out.
What I want to quickly, sorry, Brad, what I want to quickly mention, the guy that makes these is a veteran, and he's worked hard for weeks and weeks, and all the parts inside that are top of the range. They're not. They're not the cheap parts inside it, and I want to give him a shout out. His name's Josh. He's a veteran. He's a really nice guy. He lives here in Texas. He lives just down the road from me. And he'd knock as many of these out for us. He's such a good guy. And at the moment, and as he spoke to you guys, he's working on the light. as well that goes in a target.
A new
And he's
light.
got a special thing for us on there.
Yes, he does.
He does have a
You
special
wait
thing.
till
all
you
season.
That's going to be the
see this
amazing
light.
part.
Wait till
But
we see the new timer boxes he's going to make.
Well,
That's
the thing
really
is
gonna be
we
something.
don't want to show you people or tell you people about it until we get it in. But this is the inside.
Yeah.
That's
now,
all it
it's
is.
going to be hard for the camera to pick that up and stuff. But this thing is made so easy and so well, it snaps together.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? This thing is so durable that you can throw it on the ground and pop the top off of it, and it plug it in, and it still works. Guys. That's how durable
You
this
didn't have
thing
it-
is.
you
We've
didn't have it
tried
clicked
to.
on.
We have tried to tear it up. You know, you can crack
Yeah.
the case on it, plug it in, and it still works.
Well,
There's nothing
that's the
to
amazing
this
part.
on the
There's nothing
inside.
to it.
There's nothing to it.
It's amazing.
Tearing it up means that we've shot so many rounds, not on one, but we've had a bunch of them going.
In fact, you know what? Let me do something here. I'm going to take it up, and we're going to show it to the camera. What we're going to do so they can see it really good, how this thing really looks. So here is the sensor, right here. This is all the bigger it is, and this is the guts.
That's it.
Y'all. It's a very simple thing.
There's no
Very
foam in
simple
there.
concept.
There's no springs in there to hold that sensor up to where it sets off and stuff. Everything is screwed in and it's set up to rock and roll. That's why I said you can't tear it up. You can crack the box and it still works.
Yeah.
Well, as well, them sensors, there's different grades.
Sure.
And one of the other sensors was a lot cheaper, and we went, well, we don't want that. We want the best.
Yeah.
So we can make sure that they're reliable, but we've still kept under what other people sell them for. And
That's the whole goal with us. We want to make what we got coming out with affordable to people. We don't
Right.
want having a club or having a system break the bank.
Yeah, but
You know
we
what I'm
don't
saying?
want a cheap one either.
No,
So
we
we're
don't.
building a quality one
That's
at
right.
affordable price. And I know that's hard to say nowadays. It's real hard to say
is.
nowadays. But that's it, guys. That's simple. So
Yeah, it
good,
is.
so
Good.
easy. And that's just part of what we got coming out.
I just can't wait to see this light.
We're
Yeah.
covering the tip of it
light's
right
gonna
now.
be special.
This sounds amazing.
Yeah, and then we got another thing to talk about too. Besides Amarillo, going to Amarillo and having a good time, taking the trailer and setting everything out and hooking everything up. We have a problem in XFDA and all the other shooting groups around the United States, and no matter what you are, I don't care if you're shooting live bullets, I don't, shooting ranges and everything else, is what we call lead poison. And when you're shooting inside, you catch this lead poison, and lead poison can be very bad for you. We can't stop from having it, but we can do this. We can clean ourselves before, during, and after, and we've got a company here called D-Wipes.
Yeah, you probably can't see that. D-Wipes, I called these people up and asked them if they wanted to sponsor us. And I tell you, they straight away was so interested in us. You know, I told them what we do, about our shooting, and they turned around and said, yeah, absolutely, we'll sponsor you, we'd love to do it. And it's all I need to do with these people now, and I've thanked them many times. It's D-Wipes, that's their product name. It's that takes all the chemicals off you. And I've been using them. I have sensitive hands with skin that comes off. These don't do that. They're really good.
They're
it
great.
even says on it you can wipe your face with it and everything. But these people, D-Wipes, they sell them on Amazon, and I want to try and support them and shout out to them, because it's all I need to do is send them a flyer of every shoot we go to at least 2 weeks before, and they will ship out the hand wipes. And I put that on Facebook for their sponsoring Route 66, they're sponsoring Wells.
Right.
On the Route 66, I sent them the flyer and emailed them and said, we're having this shoot, and they ask how many shooters are going to be there, and I tell them roughly what's going to be there. 2 days later, package turned up, full of the D-Wipes.
Pretty good.
Yeah, nice.
You can get them in small wipes and packages plumb up to the gallon
Yeah,
jug.
exactly. Yeah,
is what
yeah.
what we use mostly here, and pull one of them out and show them what it is.
They're just like
It's
Like
just
baby
like a
wipes.
wet wipe,
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
just like a wet
baby
wipe.
wipe. But
You know?
it has a chemical in it that doesn't harm your hands.
And if you
doesn't-
really squeeze it, it'll all come out, and you just
Takes the lead off everything.
Yeah, it
the
takes the lid off from us shooting. Now, you shooting guys out there that do this, and I don't care who you are, if you go to gun ranges, if you're police officers, if you're military, or anything else. This is a product that you can actually wipe your face with
Yeah, you
and
can.
clean your hands with before you leave from the lead poison. Now, if you're a shooter in organizations around the world, actually, if you're a shooter in organizations, you know what lead poisoning is, and you know what it can do. And anybody that shoots has lead poisoning. There's no way you can stop
Yeah.
it. You just don't want it to get too high, because if it does, and it causes problems like irregularities in the brain or in the kidneys and stuff, that's irreversible. You can't solve that problem. It's already affected it, and that's the way it is. These help you to keep from getting to that point. So we thank you, D-Wipes,
Yeah.
for everything you do for XFDA,
If-
and we thank you for being a corporate sponsor.
If you guys ever want to buy your own for your club, you can get them on Amazon. Just Amazon D-Wipes and boom.
Yeah, you can buy them all for your clubs and stuff. They don't cost that much money. They're really, really simply priced, and they work great. And you can get them in packets, or you can get them in that size jug. You can get them in a gallon jug, and that's what we use in our ranges and stuff. And we asked everybody to use them, you know.
And we're working on getting some other sponsors for some other stuff too.
Yes, we are.
That is for what we do.
And as we go along, as we build XFDA, then we will have that products that we'll introduce for our corporate sponsors and stuff, to let them know of what we got and how to get hold of it for our sponsors. So that's a great deal.
I've actually reached out to other people. They've sent emails back. We'll have to go to the market department. You know, them cleaning rods.
Yeah.
I've reached out to them. Some people I've reached out to, they don't answer.
No.
But that's not good enough for me. I'm going to blow their phone.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
That's how you get corporate
how you
sponsors.
do it.
Yeah.
Prove to what you can do and what you can do, and then they'll come aboard. You know, that's all there is to it.
Because, I mean, we need sponsors. We need help. You know what I mean? And
For sure.
We want to, you know, promote their product, you know, that
Sure.
we use. And, you know, we
And
need
it's
to-
not
we
that
need
we're
help.
begging for sponsors. Sponsors actually come to us because of
Right.
what we do, and they see what we do. And,
Yep.
and most of them, after they see what we do, they come join in, and they like what we do,
Yeah.
and they become better sponsors
Yeah.
from there, you know.
Yep.
So it's a great organization, XFDA is, and it's a great place to promote your products that has anything to do with shooting, period. So get a hold of us, xfdapro.com.
Right.
Check us out and get a hold of us. Send us an email, and we'll get back to you pretty quick.
Let's talk about our little club meet today. You two weren't there because you had to work.
I had to work. I had to get on some roofs today, so that's how I couldn't make it.
Yeah. Did you miss shooting today, Pixie?
Yes, I did.
Well, you come in there with your hand judge, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
And I painted the targets.
Oh, you did a great job.
Where'd you come today, Jesse?
You know what? I don't remember what place that I came into, but it was about in the middle somewhere, you know. I started out good, got a little weak, came in here and ate. And when we came in here, they served food in here, and then after we got through it was all full, and I didn't shoot too good after that.
It was hard to get everybody back in the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, it's hard to get everybody back in the range because it was eating meatballs in here, and boy, I'll tell you what, that was the best. That was the best meal I've had
We
in a
got
while.
here just when y'all were serving the lunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a good time. We had a great time today. We had, 13, 14, 15
14,
shooters.
I think
14 is
Yeah.
what it was. And we had some all-time best today of some of the old
Johnny
shooters
Law.
Johnny
that
Law's
came in.
on fire.
Oh, man, that guy's going crazy, isn't he? He was a-
273
Yeah.
you get today.
273, yeah. He's one of them that's just going to give Jackass a little trouble.
That was going to be my question.
We've got some shooters coming in, and they're getting better and better and
All
better.
the
And that's extreme fast draw. At XFDA is why we do this. We don't sandbag. You have to shoot your best. If you don't shoot your best, you're last.
That's what XFDA does. XFDA brings out the most competitive spirit in every shooter.
And you know, the thing is on XFDA, when I say the best of the best is shooting with us right now in the United States. And the good thing about that is, I don't care if you're a 6 shooter, a 5 shooter, or a 4 shooter. you can win the match by shooting your best
Right.
and not missing. Accuracy has got a whole lot to play with it. And if you stay in that accuracy and keep shooting, you can win because it happens all the time.
Yeah,
It's amazing
it does.
how people perform and do their best and still not have to shoot a 3 or a 2, but still
there's-
do their best.
Which people will probably know, Lucky 45.
Yeah.
Yes.
How old is he? He's 75.
Yeah,
Cancer survivor.
He's in his late 70s,
Yeah.
and he's a survivor. And today, I've seen him shoot threes a lot before he got sick and had operations and cancer and stroke and everything else that goes along with all of that he went through. And the man went through a lot, but he loves shooting, and he used to shoot threes all the time, and now he come back and he shot today. He shot the best today he's shot in the last 3 or 4
Well,
years.
I was hand judging him, and I said to his daughter, "You want to hand judge him?" And she went, "Yeah, all right." And he threw her back, went, "No, give me gun belt. It's my lucky hand judge."
My lucky hand judge.
Oh, that's good.
And that happens a lot too
And he
in
come
our
up and said to me,
organization.
"Thank you very much." You know,
Yes.
you-
That's cool.
I love that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love that. And then also Taz. Taz
Yes,
went
yeah.
through triple bypass surgery or whatever it was, quadruple bypass or whatever it was. He's not even supposed to be shooting, and he come back and shot, and he shot his best today.
322 today. What he
Yeah,
shot.
is that? Yeah, he shot a 322
Shot a
today.
322.
Wow, man, that amazes me.
Yeah.
And
That's a
then,
3/8.
and then we got another guy that just constantly shoots and don't miss and hits his mark all the time. And everybody here around Texas, Oklahoma, and everywhere, and CFDA and XFDA and all the different organizations is Rawhide, our gunsmith.
He never
And
misses.
he never misses. And he'll sit there and beat you. He'll tell you when he gets up on the line, he says, how you doing? He said, fine. He said, don't miss. And he means it.
That'll tell you about
Good guy. Love him to death.
shooting or XFDA. Rawhide has been through some serious surgery.
Yes, he has.
And
Yeah.
within
And
a
he's
week
back
or so,
shooting
he's
today.
back.
He's not
I'm
even supposed to be
shooting.
shooting today, and he come up here shooting. I told him,
Yeah.
I actually told him, I said, Rawhide, if I see you make a bad face, I'm going to shut you down because he's not supposed to pick up anything over 5 pounds. And he's out there pulling that gun and shooting and hitting his mark.
You know, and
And
he's one of these guys that he could be shooting on a blocker, he could be shooting on a 24 or 17, just
Doesn't
stuff can
matter.
lid. He'll
Yeah.
hit it.
Yeah.
He never
and he's
misses.
a great
He never
gunsmith. We love him to death. And just like him and Taz and 45 and all of them, they're all coming back. They're all coming back and getting
Yeah,
their
they-
marks and stuff.
they're
So
all
he's making it
tough.
harder on us.
They're all coming back for them meatballs. That's what they
Yeah, come back to the meeting. That's Johnny's, Johnny Law. Y'all seen him on a podcast last week. A good guy. Love him to death. Police officer up there in Gainesville, Texas and stuff.
We're gonna
He
have
got a
him-
hold of them meatballs. We call him Meatball now.
We're going to have him back because we want him to talk about the holsters he's making. He's
Oh,
making
Yeah, the
great
holsters is
holsters.
making. Yeah, he's making his own holsters.
Yeah.
He's fixing to expand out and start making
Yeah.
some for some other people. So we're going to be ordering some holsters and stuff for him too. So yeah, we have holster makers and belt makers and wax makers and all kinds of stuff that are coming on corporate with us to sell their wares and also sponsor us and stuff. So that's it's good. We're growing, guys.
That's
we are
one
flat
person we've
moving
got to
on.
Get on here is Tin Can Jack.
I was going to say, we need to get Tin Can
We
Jack.
need
That's my guy.
Tin Can
That's who
Jack.
does
We'll
my
have to get him
holsters.
to come to an event and do a podcast with him.
Yes.
Good guy, fantastic.
He's
guy.
he is the official holster maker pretty much.
Yes, for us, yeah. You got Rawhide doing the guns and
Got
selling us
Rawhide.
guns and fixing our guns, and we got Tin Can making holsters for everybody around. Most everybody in our organization is wearing a Tin Can and stuff, so he supports us real well. He's a good shooter too.
Yes, he is.
He don't play around. He's a good shooter.
He's out of Frewsburg.
And then,
New
yeah,
York.
and then we've got the purple wax.
Roll wax.
Royal wax, yeah, with what he calls it huckleberry wax.
Huckleberry.
That's right. I had to stop and think about camera to think of
Yes.
huckleberry wax. And then we also got a new wax company that's coming in from Bolivar Carroll up in North Dakota or South Dakota and stuff. He's making the Spitfire wax,
Spitfire wax,
and he's
they've
going to
come on
help
board with us, yeah.
do some of it. And Brad, he even makes some wax, and we're going to have his wax and stuff in there too. So all these people are coming up and they're bringing stuff in and helping us out with our organization to make us bigger and better, so that anybody that's around needs something, XFDA's got it.
That's the whole point.
And as I said before, everything that we do on the shop, the mobile shop, it all goes back into the XFDA to
Every penny
get
of it.
things that we need to make us bigger and better and more professional.
Like to help pay for the new timer system we're getting built and all that. I mean, that's what that money, it recycles back into better stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just makes things better for us, and that's what we use the money for. And if we're not using it for making better products, we're using it for prize money for the shooters.
For buckles.
And that's the most important part, because we've got buckles and we got conchos we have to make for all of our shooters, and it's just it's a good, we have a good time.
Well, let's have Pixie say something, because poor Pixie's been sitting here just watching.
Quiet. She's
Tell
like
us
a little
about the
fly
weather,
on the
Pixie.
wall.
Tell us something. Tell us
The weather, it's been raining every day.
My backyard's a swamp.
where are you on the
Unless you
leaderboard?
got a lot of hail, then rain.
Where are you on the leaderboard?
On the leaderboard,
I think
the last I checked, it was
six.
fifth, but I don't know where I got after the last shoot.
Well, you got to get back up there.
I do, yeah.
You know, and you're capable of doing it.
Oh yeah.
Amarillo.
Yes.
I don't even know how I'm still sixth. I've been shooting like crud this year. I don't know how I'm even on the leaderboard. I'm sixth.
I reckon you're just sandbagging at the moment.
Now, well.
Brad gets up there. He goes sleep.
Maybe I got lead poisoning of the brain. It's
Yeah, there you go.
reversible.
Nah,
Well, that's possible. I mean, that's
Could be.
anything's possible with lead poisoning. I mean, it can really hurt your body, guys.
Yeah.
So we need to pay attention to
That's
that.
what D-wipes are for.
DUI.
That's what
start wiping my
DUIs are
head.
for. Absolutely. Yeah,
But,
I
you
used
know-
one today in my mustache and my beard, and pulled all the black out from shooting inside the building today by using it just to wash my
Wow.
face with and stuff
yeah.
before I did my hands. When you do your hands, it even turns blacker, you know, because of all the lead poison and the primers, smoke and stuff. It gets all over you.
But it's something you don't need to freak out about. You just got to
Yeah.
control it. 'Cause
Yeah, as long as you control it, it's okay. I mean, we're not going to quit shooting because of it.
No.
Well,
Nobody
let me
does.
tell you a little story here. When I lived in England, I used to travel what they call the tube, and it's the underground train system.
Subway or something.
Yeah, subway. And I used to travel that when I was, from when I was a young kid up till I was 18 working. They used to use asbestos brakes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So when it comes through the tunnel and they break all that asbestos, and it got let out on TV, and everybody freaked out and started going crazy. Oh, we're getting lead ball, we're getting asbestos, you know what I mean? So you don't need to freak out about it, you just need to control it and take
Right.
precaution. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah, because of that happening over there in England, we found out that it happened in America and happened in China and everywhere else. So they started it, and then we found out about it. And of course, people like myself that are as old as I am had lived with asbestos and lead paint, in our houses and stuff. I was born and raised with it. It was around us the whole time, and people. We just learned to deal with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was
that's all
normal
there
back
was
in the
to it.
day. My dad
It's
used to
normal.
work in the shipyards, and they used asbestos sheets to
Yes.
cover
Yeah,
from
They sure did.
the sparks or whatever was flying down.
Yeah, from all the welding and stuff.
And
yeah.
I used to work at an asbestos testing place in Houston, and every school or anything government had to come through testing before they could even go into construction, remodeling, anything of that sort. It had to be tested first, and then they could go in and take care of whatever they needed to do.
Yeah. So
When they got crazy with it, I'd bought a couple of houses to remodel and stuff and fix up to they call it flipping nowadays. We didn't call it that. We just remodeled them, got them ready, and sold them. They had asbestos siding on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I've dealt with that.
it was a major deal to take that asbestos siding off to put other siding on that house and stuff, and it cost a whole lot of money to do that when they went crazy
They
with
used
all
to
this
have
asbestos.
shingles too. Back
Yeah.
in the
The
day.
shingles, asbestos on siding is what it was. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just one of the products. It's just like lead poison. You just learn to deal with it
Yeah.
and solve the problem and go on and have a good time. And that's what we do. We find a way and we keep shooting, and that's who we are.
no, I'm not stopping shooting. I'm in
No.
it. I'm in it. I'm in it big time.
I think
Yeah.
in Japan they shoot with airsoft.
Yeah, I've watched that on
That's
YouTube.
different.
Yeah,
They shoot balloons and everything.
Yeah.
Well, they have that here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
They have
got
airsoft
a
ones here?
couple of our members shoot that. Jack the photographer. What's his name?
Vic?
Yeah, no, Jack lives in Sunset. He does airsoft shooting. They do a competition.
Okay.
You know, and that's what Handyman and him also did that.
Oh, yeah, they did the long range rifle
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
What they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, and I can't remember. So after the Route 66, what shoot we got after that? That'd be Moonshiners.
Moonshiner, Gabe Garrett, one of the
Gabe Garrett.
officers
In Arkansas.
the Moonshine Gunslingers in Pine. Is it Pine?
Yeah.
Pine Mountain Pine, Arkansas,
Yeah.
something like that.
This would be
It's
his
on the
first shoot,
website.
and we really need to support him. I mean, he's a really good guy. He's different, but you know,
Well,
You got that part
he's
right.
full
He's
of
different.
BS. You know, he's kind of like
I
me. He's
won't
full
go
of
into
BS.
things
You're
that,
way big different, Gabe. You're an oddball.
He's funny. I like him.
One of my best buddies.
You need to be on a Zoom call with him. You'll
Yeah.
He's a trip.
He's a good guy.
anyway. We really need to support him, and we're looking
Yeah.
forward to
Yeah.
that shoot. I
No.
mean, it's his first shoot, and he's obviously nervous, like any of us are on our first shoot as a host. And we're going to give him 1,000% because he's a good guy.
For sure.
At XFDA, that's what we do. I mean, anybody that starts a club or anybody that already has a club, it doesn't matter. When you put on a big shoot, we all jump in and make sure that you have the best shoot you've ever had.
Because we all want
And
to be
it's because
successful,
of all
too.
of us, because we're live, we're broadcasting, and when you go on camera like this, you know you got to be the best. That's all there is to it. If you're not the best, you don't last long. So that's why we practice. What we practice is to be number one and to be class act shooting, and that's what we do.
Yeah.
What are we going on? 3-4 years of XF, you know?
Yeah,
Almost going to
and,
5 years.
yeah, and it's moving on pretty fast. We're fixing to. We got. Oh my gosh, it's fixing to grow tremendously this year and next year. It's gonna get crazy.
We got to stay ahead of the curve.
We're staying ahead of
We
it
are.
right now. We're developing everything we need right here, and we're developing everything we need through this man right here of getting this thing started. This is his passion, and we're here. We're here to help him now. Next week, when we do the broadcast next week, we're going to have a couple on from Amarillo down there that actually started this thing.
Yeah.
You know, the co-founder and stuff, and his daughter, and she's also a police officer. So this must be
Yeah.
Police
Well,
Officer Month.
that's going to be a good one because us three are going to stand out. We're going to leave it to Jesse and Sassy, and they're going to talk with Jerome or Kid Curry and Wona Earp and Kid Curry's one of the main founders. So that'll be very interesting. So,
Yeah, we're going to find out how it started.
yeah, he will.
You know.
He will tell you.
Oh, I
a
can
lot.
tell you all that.
Oh, yeah,
I'll
I
let-
know,
I'll let
but-
Jerome tell you.
Yeah, we're going to ask him that. We've already got questions.
It's a pretty
we've
deep
already
story.
written down to have a good time, and they're good people.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
good
Yeah.
God-fearing people,
Well-
and we love them.
Wyona is one of the world record holders of
Yes,
the
yes, she
fastest
is. Yeah.
time. So,
Yeah,
And she's an Amarillo cop, so
yeah, that's going to be interesting.
it's going to be a fun podcast, guys, because
Yeah.
these guys are great people, and we're going to hear the story of Fast Draw.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean-
Jerome's been doing it for a year. Kid Curry, he's been doing it for
50
years.
years. 50 years.
Wow.
He's been doing
A
it. He's done
long
every
time.
fast draw outfits you can even think of,
Yep.
you know. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about how XFDA got started and what he thinks XFDA is going to grow into. And it's going to be a good match.
It's like the rule book, you know, we read it 20 times and try and memorize it. It's hard, but you can go to Jerome and he'll tell you straight away.
Yeah.
He'll tell you the rules straight
Yeah.
away. So,
Yep.
Yep.
So
He's
it's a
good
good
about
thing.
that.
And saying that on the rule book, a lot of help that I had writing that rule book was Mongo, and out of Colorado, and good guy, I love him to death. I'll do anything
is
for
it
him.
Colorado or is it Colorado?
He's in Colorado. Colorado hits
Tomato,
Kid
tomato.
Collar.
Depends on which side of the pond you're
Some people
from.
say,
Pagosa
people say
Springs, Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah,
Colorado.
yeah,
Colorado. That's how I say it.
Yeah, I say Colorado. He says Colorado.
yeah.
I say Colorado. I don't know.
I say whatever comes out of
But
my
you
mouth.
also say wash. I'm gonna wash some
Wash.
That
toes.
gets you in
You
trouble.
oughta, yeah,
That's how you say it.
You oughta hear,
Wash.
you oughta
Who
hear
says
me
that?
say
I'm gonna
business. Business.
Say wash windows.
Wash.
Say same way
does it
too.
too.
Wash. I guess that's just Texas slang. We don't say wash.
What about if I say governor?
This is a watch
Yeah,
right here.
that's a watch. That's right.
What about
We're
governor?
washing.
Governor. He's the best when he says governor.
No, I can speak an American accent. I can say water and quarter.
Quarter.
See how much fun we have, guys. I mean, it's a hoot every time we all get together. You know, but you don't know what hoot is, do you, English?
Well, anyway, have you got anything else to say, guys?
Do you know what hoot is in English?
What is what?
Do you know what a hoot is in English?
A hoot?
We're having a hoot.
Well, no, I don't.
You don't get down and boot scoot.
I was told today to not say a knicker.
That's
it's
on
the-
a target.
it's
The way
the
it gets a little
undercut.
nick on the target. Wentz started that a long time ago.
Right, but knickers. Can I not say knickers because that's what
No.
The
British-
underwear, British
British
underwear. Right?
women wear knickers.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to hear that.
We don't want to hear about underwear.
We don't want to hear that.
too-
I was just saying there's knickers on the
TMI.
side of the target. I've been told not to say it.
We call it
Well,
thumbnail.
underwear.
Too much
Thumbnail.
information.
Thumbnail.
Thumbnail. You got a thumbnail on a
Thumbnail,
target.
Yeah, now I know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. well,
We just have fun, guys. Don't
We
pay
have a good
attention to us.
time. We really had no.
We got
we're just flowing today.
We got about 50 people out in the audience. They're all just laughing their tails off.
So how are we doing?
Sassy Sam, my nose is growing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fun, guys.
Well, guys, thanks for being here. You know,
It was a fun. It's a fun
We
podcast.
look forward to the shoot this coming week.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to the podcast next week. With
I'm
you,
looking
Sassy,
forward to
as well.
selling these little boogers to everybody.
Oh,
too.
that's
It's gonna be a
exciting,
great
yeah.
deal.
So, Pixie, tell them, xfdapro.com. Give
Yeah,
it-
go to xfdapro.com.
Check out our merch store.
Check it out.
We got all kinds of stuff.
Catch you later.
Bye.